what has changed today that now we are actually funding these people? I mean, I remember in the history books, people telling me how they were Nazi hunters. Now we have the UK government, my government under Biden, a usurper, a whole bunch of other Western governments supporting Ukraine. And in my opinion, Ukraine's not even a freaking country. If you look at the history of Ukraine, it didn't even exist until 1991. Nazis were being funded by the Europeans. And the fact of the matter is, Ukraine was taken away from Russia. If the Chinese put their troops in Toronto, if the Chinese put their troops in Mexico, you better believe the United States would do something about it. The same way Putin had no choice but to enter Ukraine and try to create a buffer zone. Do you agree with what I just said, sir?
I agree with entirely with what you said. So I guess we're going to agree with a lot until we get to the taste stuff. Um, but so I completely agree with you, and not just that. And even up until like 5 years ago, we had basically documentaries documenting the Azov Brigade being neo-Nazi and the fact the level of impact they had, and now that's completely being whitewashed in the media. They now present them as freedom fighters. So yeah, there's many such examples of that. And as you said, I completely agree with that. Putin had no choice when you basically have NATO, who's basically funding, supplying, and had overthrown the previous regime. They had no choice in that regard. So yeah, I completely agree with you.
I want to make this clear. I'm not a Putin bootlicker. My wife is from Russia. My dad immigrated from the Soviet Union. But I want to make this clear. Putin runs Russia like a mob boss. Okay, this is not a good person. He's done a lot of good things for Mother Russia, no doubt. But when it comes down, he definitely loves Russia a lot more than Biden loves America or whoever your prime minister loves the UK. But at the end of the day, let's not pretend this is a good guy. But in the way I look at things, I always look at the lesser evil. And the lesser evil to me is Vladimir Putin, because we need a strong Russia. I'm going to tell you why. The day is going to come when the Chinese need more energy. The day is going to come when the Chinese need more fresh water.